Yeah, go on then.
Yeah,
Can I just ask about Robbie Mulhern first of all?
yeah,
Did he have a problem with his calf at Huddersfield, and how is it?
yeah. He looks like he's strained a calf. We get some scans tonight, and then we'll know by Thursday. So again, we fear that may be 4 weeks plus for that, but fingers crossed it's not like that, but it is looking that way. So we're going to miss Robbie now for the next time, So we'll get on with it as we've done, but yeah, it's certainly going to be a big miss.
I was just going to say, you just got him back, and it's kind of coincided. Him and a few other returns have coincided with that upturn in form. How big a loss could he be?
Yeah, massive, and it's the other side calf too. It's not the same one, ironically. So yeah, it's just. But what he's done for us, I mean, the time that he's played this year, which hasn't been too much. I know he's pretty frustrated about not playing because he loves it around here and he just loves pulling on the Leopards jersey. But what he's done for us when he's been here has just lifted the team to another level. Same sort of influences Tom Lamona's had when he came back and Edwin Apape as well. But yeah, we're going to miss him. But again, gives those players more of an opportunity.
How are you looking elsewhere on the squad front for Friday?
Yeah, not too bad. Players that come back into consideration will be Oliver Holmes and probably Ben McNamara. So we're going to give them up the captain's run to be right. Again, niggly injuries that they've had, but on field too, running is Gaz O'Brien's running now. Ben Nakaboa is running now. So I think we've got Keenan Brands running. What I say, I meant. I can't even keep up with the players that are injured and not injured and stuff like that. But I think it's Gaz O'Brien that's back running. Sorry, yeah.
Is it this week too soon for Gaz, I assume?
Yeah, this week too soon. So we'll get through this week, and then obviously Challenge Cup final week, and then hopefully Gaz will be back for that Catalans one, or back in consideration for that. So pretty excited about that.
In terms of this weekend, then obviously you have Zach at fullback at Huddersfield. Are you loath to move Matty Moylan out of the halves? Because obviously he's played both this year, but it seems like he's really starting to hit his stride a little bit now in the halves with Lockie, especially with the ground. Well, it was drying up until this week, but are you sort of leaning towards keeping Matty in the halves?
Yeah,
I think
Matt's been doing a really good job at fullback, and it is a bit of a dilemma for us, and it will be a bit more of a headache with Gaz O'Brien coming back in 2 weeks, but. I think Matt's season's certainly taken off since he's been at fullback, so it's a difficult one to balance out what's best for us. But I think we're in a decent place regardless of where Matt plays. Obviously, we want to be attacking better, but with so many changes and chopping and changing every week, it's been difficult to find some rhythm in attack. So, in regards to Matt, it's either position for me at the moment will work for us.
Obviously, you just said there, with so many changes around him, it's kind of hard for an import to come in from Australia and just hit the ground running. But
Yeah.
it seems like now, 3 or 4 months in, he's really starting to hit his stride.
Yeah, absolutely. And I always said around after 10 games, it usually takes an imported player that sort of time to get used to it. But we earlier on we were struggling as well with numbers, and Matt was trying to find his way, but. I think he's got man of the match the last couple of games. It's a really good sign for us because I think he's only going to get better as it dries up and the back half of the season.
Obviously, the upturn in form has been contributed to by everyone, but just how important has the return of Edwin been at Hooker, and where would you rank him among your most influential players, Flammy?
I think he's on his day here. He's one of the best, if not the best, in Superliga on his day, and that's giving respect to all other players at all other clubs, but. Here watching him, like he's I don't know if you saw any footage on his defence on the weekend, but I'd be running for cover if I was a few of those Huddersfield players that felt that shoulder of his. So it's exciting that what he can do with the ball. We moved him to 13 there, and he slotted in seamlessly. So he can do that with the ball and run and score tries. He scored a try from 17 metres out, a solo individual try, but. It's his defence that's always impressed me, and I think he's the full package with that at the moment. He's not 100% right, obviously coming back from that medial ligament injury, and that'll take him a month to find his form. But we've just got to get through this next month. I think with the time off in regards to the semi-final, the final, the Challenge Cup, it's given our players a bit of an opportunity to come back and be available to be fit to play. And I think in the next 4 weeks or so, if we can get through this in decent shape, I'm pretty excited how that second half of the season is going to look.
How different a side are you compared to the one that went to Hull KR in the Challenge Cup? What was that, about 7-8 weeks ago now? How further along are you as a group?
We're a different group altogether. But having said that, that was probably a catalyst that turned the season for us. I think we led 8-4 at half time. We had about 8 chances to score in that game, and probably should have come away with more than a loss that we had, and that was heartbreaking. But it was where we were at. It was part of the season and the journey that we've had this year. But I think from that moment on, we've certainly turned the corner with a lot of our results and our performances, and I think we're going to go there with a better team and a bit more confidence. But it's always a difficult place to go to and win there, and we've got to have an absolutely spot on game with minimal errors and defend well. They're a team that, if as London would have seen last week, if you don't start well, it catches up on you really quickly, and before you know it, the score's blown out. So we've got a bit of a plan going up there. I'm confident that we can go there and play well, but it's going to take us 80 minutes and everyone playing their best rugby.
I was just going to ask you about the size of the challenge. I mean, 2 of the top 3 have been there and been beaten. It's one of, if not the toughest places to go, isn't it, in the comp?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, with them scoring 60 points on the weekend, they'll fancy themselves as well. So, like I said, we'll go there with a plan. We're a team at the moment that's working hard for each other, and I know it'll go down to the last 10 minutes. So, hopefully we're in a good position there and we can take advantage of that.
Just before I let someone else have a go, I just wanted to ask you about the events in PNG this week. Obviously, I know you've obviously deep connection with the island. There's so many players, so many people at the club that have got a tie with there. I mean, how has it affected everyone around the place? How has it affected you personally? I mean, it's devastating, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely devastating, and something that from looking from afar, you just hope that everyone's okay that's involved with it, and the ones that aren't, that our love and support and best wishes are with everyone involved there. And I've still got family over there, not in that area, but within PNG, and the place is just devastated at the moment. So it's sad news, but we'll do our best here to make sure that we send our love and best wishes to everyone there, and make sure that and hope that everyone's okay.
Cheers, Lonnie. Thank you, mate.
Thanks, Aaron.
Hello, Lonnie. How you doing?
Matt, all good, mate. Yourself?
Excellent. I'm not too bad. And just extend on that. Best wishes to everyone in Papua New Guinea and Europe family and so on and so forth. Just on Robbie, how can you explain just how important he is to what he brings with your? It's not just the go forward, is it? It's everything else. It's a real kick in the to be without a player of his influence, isn't it?
Well, he played for England last year, didn't he? At the end of the season, so we had Tom O'Mahony and Edwin Apape in the dream team, and then Robbie Mulhern making the England squad. So our whole front row there is as good as any in Super League when they're playing together. But we've only done that 1.5 times this year out of 13. So that sort of puts things in perspective for anyone looking from the outside in. But in regards to Robbie, he has a presence about him, and the way that he's improved since coming from Warrington to us has been next level. Same as Tom O'Mahony, but what Robbie brings to the group is leadership and experience, and he's a no-fuss player. He doesn't take any shortcuts. He leads by example, very short with words but direct, and I think he gets the best out of people around him, including his front row partner in Tom O'Mahony, the way that they've worked together and combined over the last hour. But we found a way to play and to manage without John. So, the thing about it, the frustrating thing about it all is that, as coach, you can't do much about it once the player's injured, and you've just got to move on, and you can't dwell and be in any sort of negative mindset about it, because it shuffles onto the players too. So, we've been going okay without him. So we've got to keep powering on. I just know that when everyone's fit and back in this team at some stage in the next 6 weeks, we'll be in a really good place. But we're going okay at the moment. We've just got to get through this next month of rugby, albeit all away games, and a week off there with the Challenge Cup. It's a really, really important time for us in the context of the ladder, and the importance of our performance. So I think we're going to be emotionally connected to that, and I think the attitude will be good. We've just got to get our game right up there because it's a difficult game to go away and win it.
Just on Craven Park, it's not only that they play so well on their own patch. It seems like other teams really struggle to play well there. Like you see, a lot of characteristic performances seem to come on the road at Craven Park for clubs. Why is it so difficult to go there and play well?
Well, I think some of the variables play a role in it, such as the time it takes to get up there in the day. It's a long trip, and if you're a millimetre out as a squad or as an individual, you get found out really quickly. And they start fast. They're a fast starting team, and if you're that 1 millimetre out, that 1 degree out, and you're down by 2 tries within the first 20 minutes, it becomes an avalanche for you. You get there and the grounds, with all respect, the dressing rooms aren't the greatest. They're small and tiny, and the crowd's very in your face, which is what you want at a home ground and a home crowd. But that all plays a small part in it, and you've got to go there with a plan and a mentality that you can get the 2 points and literally grab it and get the heck out of there, so to speak. But it is a tough challenge, and they're playing some good rugby, and they've got some great players, and they've recruited well last year, this year, next year. They're a club that's certainly on the up, and it is a good field though, and it's a full length and full width field, which is what we love playing on. We had probably our one of our greatest moments there last year with our first win back in Super League in round 4, I think it was, and that was in the very last play of the game nearly. To snatch it from in the last minute. So, we've had some joy up there, and we know what it takes to go up there and win. And we gave ourselves a good crack in the Challenge Cup about 5-6 weeks ago. So, we've been quite good since then. We're going to go back there as a different team. They're a confident side at the top of the ladder, inside of the 4, I believe, or inside of the 6, but it's going to take an almighty effort to come away with that points. But I'm excited about the travel up there and getting the job done.
Just lastly for me, can you tell us anything on Aaron Penn?
No, not at the moment. It's obviously a policy as club not to comment on players that are leaving or coming in, and all players that are talked about recruitment or retention. So yeah, I've got not much to say about that at the moment. What I can say is that the players that have been here, like the Dan Normans are back now last week from his HIA, so he'll get more time within the group. Hopefully Oliver Holmes is back this week. Owen Trout's gone to another level as a player since coming to this club. Those sort of players have certainly been advantaged from the players like Robbie not playing, so focuses on those guys, Matt.
Brilliant. Cheers, Lemmy.
Thanks, Matt. I think that's it, guys. Everyone happy? Thanks again.
Okay.
See you next week. See you guys. Bye-bye. Just come and check, mate, if